the next generation 2025 Silverado, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of it. So let's get into it. Alright, so I wanted to make this video last week when these photos were first released by the General Motors design team, but unfortunately, I was super sick. Still am a little bit, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds off, but you know, Merry Christmas to me. Thankfully, it wasn't the virus that we can't talk about on YouTube without being flagged, but hey, at least we can check these images out now. And on top of that, at the end of this video, I've got something super special to show you all that I don't think, I know that no YouTuber has shown you yet. So we're going to start with this first image right here of what is clearly an early design sketch of a much more futuristic looking Silverado 1500 pickup. Now, the General Motors design team posted this image on their account with a caption that said, quote, "Mean and green, designer Ben Wilkins gives us two views with a fresh take on the face of our Chevy trucks," end quote. Now, Ben Wilkins, for those who don't know, he's been working as a creative designer for GM for almost a decade. He actually started with the company, I believe it was back in 2013. So it's clear that GM is a big fan of this guy's work. Otherwise, I don't think he would have made it working for the company for this long. It sort of makes sense, right? Something else to take note of is that when referencing the images in their quote, they said that this was a fresh take on the face of our Chevy trucks, implying that what we're looking at is definitely something new. And this is an important detail because the GM design team account often posts very early sketches of vehicles that have already been revealed to the public. Like this Sierra EV sketch, for example. This was posted well after the Sierra EV was shown to the public. Even the caption for the photo says that this is an early ideation of the Sierra EV. This is obviously not the case for the Silverado sketches that we're looking at today. Now, before we jump to the second photo of what I believe is most likely the next gen 2025 Silverado, let's take a closer look at this front end image because I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing so far. I really like how chiseled this design looks. If you notice, the LED lighting certainly fits the current signature of the Silverado. However, at the same time, it definitely includes a design improvement. If we notice the vertical LED, or at least I'm going to go ahead and assume that these are vertical LED fog lights in the lower valence, they line up almost perfectly to this vertical section right here in the day runners, which definitely adds some symmetry to the front end in my opinion. Great look there. The side curtains appear to be much more prominent, and I do like how the amber markers are seamlessly integrated into the design with these horizontal slats. That lower silver midsection piece of the front bumper, well, I don't know about you guys, but that definitely screams skid plate to me, so we could potentially be looking at a ZR2 or high trim Z71 model. Either way, I'm digging the look. But this isn't the image that excites me the most. This is the image that excites me the most. Anyone else notice how squared off the front of this truck looks? I think there's a lot more retro DNA in this design than the trucks that are currently available on the market today. I'm a huge fan of that two-tone paint scheme with the white top because it almost feels like a callback to the old K5 Blazer. And if you're a K5 Blazer fan like I am, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Of course, we do have a much more modern style wheel. They actually kind of look very similar to the 2022 Sierra, like pinwheel design, which, if I'm honest, I don't know if I'm really a huge fan of it, but you know, they work. But the last thing I want to show you all is what I talked about at the beginning of this video. Something that I don't think anyone else on YouTube has thought of or shown you yet. I actually took both of these images from the GM design team and I fed them into an artificial intelligence system along with a photo of the current generation Silverado to see if it could give us a better prediction of the future. And this is what the AI system came up with. Now, keep in mind that these AI renditions, they're never perfect. You can see we've got some weird artifacts going on, but it's still interesting to see how it interpreted the images to give us what it thinks will be the future face of the 2025 Silverado. Personally, for me, I'll take either design. I kind of like both front ends. I like the styles, but I do really like how square and more retro inspired the design from Ben Wilkins is. It would be nice to see a new truck that actually still has a little bit of that old Chevy DNA visibly inside it. The AI rendition took much more inspiration from the current generation truck than I wanted it to, in my opinion. But in the end, it's sort of up to the AI to decide what to do with the images that I gave it. So now that you've seen all these images, let me know what you guys think. Which design do you prefer? Maybe you hate them both. Maybe you love them all. But either way, I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you liked the AI rendition too. Maybe I can do some more of those. But as always, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you made it this far into the video, if you're a GM fan, help me out by just smashing that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Maybe share this video with a friend. Be sure to check out my friends over at martysparts.com for all your GM OEM parts needs. And I will see you all in the very next video. This will be my last video of the year. I hope you all have a great new year, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.